Good evening, good evening. See if I wait a little bit and see what happens. Trying something a little bit new with this Facebook and this privacy setting. So let me see how this is gonna go out. Okay, it works. It works. Now it's just a matter of somebody coming out here. So I don't know what that say. I'm trying to do something. Somebody asked me to do something, so I gotta do this before I can start. But I couldn't do it until I start. Okay, I don't understand. But anyway, how y'all doing today? I'm gonna go ahead and do my thing because I don't have a lot of stuff going on. But there's some things that need to be said. People say don't talk about the kids, don't do this, but I'm gonna say some stuff that really needs to be said. I have all my lights off in the house. I'm gonna have to turn them on. Because I can't see nothing. No. This is something new. I'm just trying. It's supposed to relax you. It's supposed to just be like free of thoughts. It's free of everything to be able to focus on whatever you're thinking about. That's what it's supposed to be. So I'm just trying it because I need for what I'm about to say to come out clear and cut, no extra stuff. I got to make sure I word it so that people don't try to put stuff in my mouth. Just different things like that. With that being said, somebody else must be live. I don't know who because I don't really follow nobody. I don't be having the energy. Let me see what I see. Oh yeah, it's going down right now. So I picked a really bad time to do it. But it's okay. Because I can say what I want to say and get to my point. And the point that I wanted to make is I was recording a little bit of it so I didn't forget the point. Other phone. Oh, shit. I think I'm going to have to call myself. I was trying to prepare, but I wasn't trying to get my Facebook page to stop being private. And in doing that, time just came and slipped by. Let me call myself. Find my other phone. Don't tell me I left it in the car. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to play this quick recording to start off what I wanted to say. And at that time, it should jog my memory in because it's full of emotion. Now, when I say this, I don't mean any disrespect to Mr. LaTruth or any of his babies' mothers or anybody else's children. But this is just something that I want to say to his daughter, Desharia. Notice, it's nothing bad, but this is something that needs to be said. This is only a 50-second video, but this video is for Desharia the singer. I'm naming names because that's what I do. Desharia, this is not to bash you, but baby girl, this is to make you see so you can understand. What's going on between your daddy and his soon-to-be ex-wife is no different than when you were mad because he would not allow you to go to the mall. Except for this has been taken way too far. She's trying to destroy you, your mother, and your father. She went so far and so low as to try to destroy a page that your father created for you to have when you get of age where you can handle it responsibly. Your money, your pocket, because she wants you and your mother to depend on her. Now, with that being said, past the zero people that's on it are past me. But as a mother, Miss Sierra, this is to you. Everything that this woman is dishing out to you, you allow this. You allow this lady to manipulate your child for something that you wanted. I know that you have heard this before from so many people. I know that you have. But I'm speaking to you as a mother. Not as however or whatever they call you, but as a mother. This is something that you need to correct. You need to show your child and give her examples and just show her what is going on with this lady and how she's doing her father and you. And you need to let her see how she betrayed you, how you were riding for her, and when she didn't need you anymore, how she just told all your secrets or tried to embarrass you. It's no different than what she's going to do to your daughter. So you need to make her understand that when she is no longer needed, she will be next. Once she figures out who she can use to replace her, she's not going to need her anymore. And then you're going to have to sit and see your child go through that pain. Because for some reason, people don't understand how children feel or how children are affected after a relationship breaks up or when two parents fight and they have to choose a side. You know, people don't think about how the child feels. The parent should never force a child to choose a side. You should always just stand back, mind your business, and get out the way. Unless they're doing something that can harm that child. You should have set your child down and showed your child the videos that initial statement that had her scared to death about her father harming them and her and him or whoever, however that situation went. You should have showed her that video that was a lie. You should have made her tell you every lie or every bad thing that she said about her father. And you should have been that mother to correct that. And you should have reminded her, out of all the years you were alive, your father has never done anything to harm or hurt you. Now let's talk about the situation where she's got a spanking because of whatever. You need to make her see where she was wrong in that. Don't pacify her like she's a princess and nothing that she does is wrong, because you're setting her up for a spiral effect, just like the ex is. You cannot pacify her. You have to teach her to see her wrongs, accept and acknowledge her wrongs, and move on. Because at the end of the day, this had nothing to do with her and her father. What happened between her and her father was at a totally different time. It was not even during the time that she went live and tried to say her father did whatever to her. You know what I'm saying? So you should have been that mother to say, look, whatever you and your father had going on back then, it could not have been that bad, because I see pictures since then where you're smiling, where you're happy, you're not afraid. You know that if your dad says you can't go, you cannot go. You are a child, and a child needs to stay in a child's place, regardless of what somebody is in your ear telling you. That was your job, Sierra. That was your job to stop that before it spiraled out of control. You have daughters and other kids. It's your job to communicate with them. When you have a child whose father cares about them and wants to be in their life and wants to take care of them, if that father is not intentionally or doing something cringy to hurt that child, but is actually a good father, regardless of your relationship with him or the ex's relationship with him, you do not interfere with your daughter's relationship with her father. Because every child at some point in their life needs their mother and their father. Girl, you was dead ass wrong. You need to fix that. Whether you need to take that baby to counseling, well, she's almost grown, but you need to fix it before it continues on. Before she gets old enough to run away and go live with this lady. Do you want her being bitter and destroying people because she's mad and she can't get her way and she's being spoiled or a brat? We got enough of those type of people in the world. The world is self-destructing as is, dude. You've got to put a halt of it. You've got to get your children. You've got to teach your children when it's right, wrong. You cannot be their friend when you need to be their leader, their parent, their teacher. You cannot do that. Whatever you choose to do and whoever you choose to do it with is your business. But when you're procreating and you're allowing these children to be raised with your antics and your tactics and the things that you did that got you in the position that you're in, baby, you are dead ass wrong. You are supposed to teach your children to be better than you. And you're not doing that by allowing this stuff to go on. You know, just like your daughter know, just like the ex know, that man did not mean to hurt his daughter, that she probably deserved that ass whooping because she was mad because she didn't want to go to the mall. You know how your daughter acts. You know that you've had physical fights with her, so you know how she gets. So the fact that you went along with this and you lied, you need to come clean with yourself, within yourself, and to God, and apologize for the crap that you caused. Because it's not affecting him. It's affecting your daughter. It's causing her to grasp on to people that mean her no good. This is the beginning of a long, long road, Sierra, for her. And you need to teach her now before it's too late. So stop reaching for attention, negative attention, and be positive and teach your child right from wrong, good from bad. Teach her how to be the type of person that can accept what they did wrong, acknowledge what they did wrong, and try to change it and fix it within themselves and to whoever they wrong. So they don't go on through life thinking that whatever they do is okay and there are no consequences. You got to do better. You've got to do better in raising your daughter. And you're almost to the limit where nothing you do, say, or try will work. You still got a little bit of time. So I'd advise you to spend more time with your daughter fixing this mess you helped create, and stop trying to please those who don't give a crap about you, who are laughing at you, who are talking about you, who are shaming you and using you for something that doesn't even matter in your life. You got to do better, Sierra. You got to do better. You got to teach that baby, because that baby should not have been away from her father for over a year, because at this point in time, you need her father to be in her life and she needs her father to be in her life. You have to think about this. That man cannot be that bad if she just wants your daughter to be away from her, but it's okay for her daughter to be with him. The only reason I believe her daughter is not with him because of the accusations she was attempting to put on him that included your daughter. You see what I'm saying? She's using your daughter as a pawn and you are allowing her. She's doing exactly what she wanted, which is interfering in the relationship that she so much adored when she met him. And your daughter and his relationship was the reason why she fell in love with it. She talks about him needing mother's love or whatever. She was jealous of the father's love and wanted to do anything possible to interrupt it or to keep it all for her children. Girl, you got to wake up and you got to do better. Now, I didn't say what the fuck I said, and I don't give a fuck who care about it or like it, excuse my French. But that's a fact, that's the truth, and it needs to be said, and it had to be said. So you need to get yourself together, Miss Sierra Watkins, and take care of that baby. And you need to listen to this message that I've just given you over and over and over again till it registers through your dome that you are dead ass wrong. And this situation got out of hand because you allowed it. You never let an ex who you knew did not like your daughter in the beginning or mistreated your daughter in the beginning come in between your daughter and her father. You know that man loves that baby. You know that man will do anything for anything for her. He fought you to get her and put her in a better environment and a better home. But guess what? She, the person who you have pushed your daughter into, who you have trusted, who you have sided with, didn't like that very well, did she? Huh? Of course not. The plot began. Every time that man was away busting his butt to make some money to take care of them children, don't you think she was in your daughter's ear telling her something bad to try to turn her against her father? Girl, you got to be smarter than that not to realize and understand that. You got to be. You definitely got to be. Hey, sis. I will not believe that you as a woman with 5 children are, as what they say, slow. I'm not going to believe that you are that slow and that you don't see through this plot. How long do you think before the tables turn on your daughter? She's already allowed people in her chat to call your daughter all out of her name. So that's obviously that she doesn't care about them. You see, when somebody says something about her kids, oh, she was all on the internet talking about don't say nothing about mines and da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da. But she didn't say that about yours. She was ready to turn your child into a liar that puts her father behind bars. Like, could you live with that? Make that make sense. Then, yeah, she dealt with her for a year or two, and then she dipped off on her too, because she's completed her plot. The man that helped her become, she destroyed because he was done. She couldn't dog him out, do him any kind of way, and then return back to him when she wanted to, or when she realized that Booger Boy was wiping boogers on her in the walls. That's the only reason. She realized that early on that she didn't want that man. He was childish. He wasn't going nowhere. She wasn't going nowhere with him. So that's why she wanted him back. And you, like a fool, played on her strings like a puppet. You were her puppet, you know? And I don't mean the hand puppet. I mean the puppet with the wooden stick at the top and the strings that control your feet, your hands, your ears, your mouth, your nose. That's all you were, is a string puppet to her. And you allowed this lady to destroy the relationship that she was jealous of, that she fell in love with him because of, with your daughter. What type of person are you to even allow your daughter to come home with that bullcrap lie? And I know it's a lie, because you ain't got no pictures of the falling off skin. You ain't got no pictures of the welts. Come on, Miss Receipts got everything. But you ain't got nothing. So we know it's a lie. Like I said earlier, you knew how you and your daughter would fight. So if he tells her she cannot go to the mall with some people he didn't know, or older than her, or he didn't like, or whatever reason it could have been, don't you think that he's sound enough to make those decisions, being that all these young girls were coming up missing and unalived in the woods and in back of cars and in trunks and stuff? Don't you want somebody to think of your child's safety first, instead of just pushing her in any car she can get in? Next thing you'll know, she'll be molested, raped, or unalive. Come on. You should have been backing her father up and said, if your father said you cannot go, you cannot go. So sit your ass down and pay attention and listen, or whatever the case may be. That's what you should have did. Because you know how your daughter is. Nobody knows how your daughter fights back more than you, because you said it. People in your area have said it. So the fact that you went along with that story, you are dead ass wrong. Just 100% dead ass wrong. And you should be ashamed of yourself. And you will rot at the gates of hell if you don't fix it. I'ma cast that on you. You're going to rot at the gates of hell if you don't fix that relationship with your daughter, because you upheld her in her wrong. You upheld the ex in their wrong. You are the key to the story. You are the centerpiece of the story. Because your daughter was in that house. Your daughter know that man ain't hit that woman. Your daughter know that. Your daughter know he ain't beat her. Your daughter know that. So you are the key to this whole story, but you just allowing it to go on. You allowing all this wrong to go on. What type of person are you? The only baby father that took some kind of initiative to be in the child's life, to love the child, to help, whatever, is that one. Let me break this down to you. So you feel, and she feels like she wants to show you all the money that she sent you to help you. Well, let me tell you how a marriage works, sister girl. Whether you know it or not, every dime she sent you came from your baby daddy. She was so jealous and so insecure, she would not allow him to send it to you directly. He had to send it to her for her to send it to you. I am willing to bet anything on that. When they was in that house together, whatever was going on together, every dime that she sent you, talking about helping you, it came from him. She didn't like your ass. She was jealous of the relationship your daughter had with her father. Why would she help you? She kept you at bay, so you were not able to talk to the father, to tell the father, one, what the daughter was saying, or 2, what she was saying, or whatever the case, maybe even 3 to try to steal the husband back. That's what she did. She played you for a puppet. You were just a puppet. So what you need to do now, my sister, is you need to cut them puppetry strings and start walking like a soldier with your head up high doing the right thing. You need to cut this stuff out. You need to tell them people the truth about that man and put his hands on you, because had he had put his hands on you back in the day, the way your mouth run like a faucet, and I mean a fire hydrant faucet, like whoosh, you would have been said it years ago. Years ago. So we already know you lying, as well as her. We know y'all lying. We know y'all lying. Just point blank period. It don't make no sense. It makes no sense at all that y'all would be so devious, so vindictive, so sick about money. Or you hear a lie that if you pay attention and take your time, you know that it does not make sense. It does not fall into place in actions that could have taken place. But y'all don't want to think with y'all head. Y'all want to think with the vengeance or the hatred in your heart because of your relationship that you had, because you did something and you got left. Well, you the one that didn't want him, so why you mad? You should have nothing bad to say about this man because you didn't want him. You left him. You see what I'm saying? You didn't want him. You cheated on him. You left him. So you should have nothing bad to say about this man. But you need to tell the truth and fix this mess with your daughter and him, because you know none of that shit happened. You know your daughter came to you and told you so many things that was going on in that house that were directed towards her. But you feel like, ooh, if I tell, she ain't gonna give me nothing else. She done with your ass now. You have nothing else to gain nor lose by letting your daughter tell her truth. The only thing you are gaining is a daughter with a bad relationship with her father at this current time. The only thing that you are losing is an evil spirit in your life trying to keep your daughter away from her father. Ain't nothing bad with that part. But what definitely is bad is your daughter having a rocky relationship with her father because you're allowing this to go on. You're the mother. He allowed that baby to come back with you because he thought that he was doing the right thing because she was a girl, and at a certain age, girls need their mothers. He thought. He assumed. But had he known that you were this vindictive and ego and narrow-minded and naive, I'm pretty sure he would not have let his daughter cross that state line to come and live with you. I know he kicking himself all up in the ass on that one, as well as answering that inbox. Kind of, sort of, because he's happy he's got the beautiful baby. Other than that, what did he gain besides knowing that he can take somebody from nothing and make them to something? He can take shit and turn it into sugar. So what do you think he was going to do for your daughter? She went so far as trying to ruin the page that he created for your daughter that she would have for herself when she got of a responsible age. That's money for your daughter to go to college, to pursue whatever dream that she wanted, to be an independent woman, even to help you a little bit. Your daughter could have helped you more than his ex could have helped her. But you don't see this. You don't see this. What are you, blinded by beauty too? You said she ain't that cute, but you must be lying to yourself. Girl, you got to get it together. And Sierra, I know my posts don't count. But sister girl, I challenge you to fix this shit. I challenge you to be the voice of reason to your child. I challenge you to stop bad mouthing her father. And I challenge you to teach your child to accept responsibility, admit her wrongs, and tell the truth and fix this. Because that's the key to this whole situation. Without your daughter being there to go along with her bull crap and allow that shit, she had nothing. But she knew once she bought you off and paid for y'all to silence, she knew she had him by the balls. Well, at least she assumed. I guess y'all assumed too. I guess y'all assumed he ain't had no supporters or people that would see through the BS. But Sierra, I don't think nobody has talked to you like this. But I'm saying I really hope you get this video because I really need you to grow up and fix this because you don't want 5 kids behaving like this woman behaves. You don't want 5 more people in this world procreating and procreating from them and so on and so forth like this person. We don't need that. We've got enough issues with the rising prices and taxes and inflation and diseases and COVID, and we got enough problems in this world, us unaliving each other and all this other kind of stuff, than to be procreating and teaching our children to be these nasty, vindictive people. I don't follow you, so I don't know if you have all daughters. I don't know if you have all sons. But if you are any sons, I'm not even sure. But if you have sons, you better fix it so that this karma does not lie at the foot of your sons. You also better fix it so that the karma does not lie at the foot of your daughters, because just because this is happening between a man and a woman, it can be switched. And trust me, baby, what you put out in the world, if it does not hit you, it hits your children. That's why at a certain age, I grew the F up. And I said to myself, no matter what a person was going to do to me, there are certain things that I would not do because I did not want that karma coming back to my children. You better think about this shit that you're allowing to go on. You better sit down and have a heart-to-heart with your child and tell her it's wrong. Not because you just want to, but because it's the truth and you know it's the truth. You know it's the truth. If it's not the truth, I'm going to say this. What type of mother is you to leave your child in that situation? Because if you did it then, that wasn't the first time. So if it's not the truth, then what type of woman are you? You said you would get in the car and go get your child, but you didn't. So I'm assuming that it wasn't the truth, which is why there's no pictures, which is why there's no receipts from either situation. So, with that being said, I need for you to cut them strings, baby girl. Cut them strings. Go to a hypnosis and fix yourself and raise your children. We all struggle in this world. So what if you had been a good person and not let this bull crap go on and set firm boundaries of what's true and what's a lie? Your daughter's page would have been blowed up. She would have been bringing in $30, $40, $50,000 already. Trust that. But no, you want to side with somebody who ain't like you. You want to side with somebody who ain't like your daughter. What the? Who the? Just admit that you was wrong. You admitted it when you lied on your other baby daddy. Just admit that you was wrong. You thought that siding over there would help you with your growth, or well, I don't know what the hell the excuse it would be, but you just need to admit that you were wrong. And the wrong starts when you lied about that man abusing his daughter. That's the first That's the first place you let the devil into their relationship. You did that. You let that serpent come right in between their relationship and shed his skin. You did that. You know how she is. You know what y'all go through. You know how he is. You know what y'all never went through. Sierra Watkins, you need to fix this because it starts with you. You need to have your daughter tell the truth about what that woman was saying to her, what she was doing, and so on, what she overheard, how they told her about her dad doing stuff. You need to have your daughter tell you or write it down and read it. You need to fix it, sister. But that's my live. That's what I had to say. And that was basically to Sierra Watkins. So if anybody just happens to look at this live, because I don't have nobody on it, it's just like a video. Yeah, I'll tag her in it so she can listen, because I don't think anyone has spoken to her in a matter of not being disrespectful, but as woman to woman, parent to parent, a knowledgeable, educated woman trying to speak some to a woman who I do not believe is what people say she is. I believe somewhere in there she has a heart, smarts, and all of that. I believe that. I believe that. You need to teach your children that they don't have to do that strange things for change. That's what you need to do. This is just the beginning of what the world has for them. So you need to teach them that it's not right. And we're going to let that be the reason and the end of this video.